Okay, everybody, let's scrapbook together again. This is a grid pattern, 4x4, scraps not included, and layout number 2. And I'm so excited to show you this one. This one is using 3x3s. We all have tons of scraps. On this channel, I'm going to show you how to use them. This is one of them. Guys, get your scraps out. Look how adorable this page is. And this is a heritage page. Not all heritage pages have to be dark and dreary. This is actually my husband, who's 65 this year. This is his mother and her dad. And this is her again. And this is her mother. And this is her. And this is her. Look at this. Look at this bike. Let me see if I can get it close enough for you guys to see this bike. Look at the tricycle. And all I did was 3x3 squares. And on the ones, 4 of the ones on the outside. And you could easily do the others instead. And I put the photo and I just embellished it as if it was just a little girl playing. So each one of these squares has a picture or just a little bit of embellishment or something. And I tried to pick out things I thought that she would have played with, or any little girl would have played with at this age that she's in. I'm going to turn it over and I will use a chalk marker to write on the back. So I will just use this and it will show up and I can do my journaling on the back. Now, that being said, I'm going to show you how to use 3x3 squares another way. So this one, I'm going to use a 5x7 picture. I think that's what size this one is. Actually, it's like 4.5 by 6.5. I probably cut it down or anything. This is me and my husband the day before we got married. And we've been married 44 years already. That doesn't date you, what will, right? This feels like yesterday, though. Honestly, it does. And I'm going to be using a black background this time because we don't always have to use white on the background. We can use any color that we want. Like this one, I use green because it just makes it all pop a little bit. Not everything has to be put on white. So I'm using black on this one. These are my 3x3 squares that I'm using. I will link the video down below of how I used all of these paper cuts. I have a photo of this paper, and I showed you how I cut this paper, to maximize 4 different papers to make 5 different layouts without any scraps. So I'll link that down below. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down. And I have 5 of one and 4 of the other one. So the ones that I'm going to do, I'm going to put that. I do have a square just to make sure that these line up a little bit. So I'm going to just lay these out. Guys, this would be so easy with scraps. And it doesn't even have to be a pattern. It can be anything. You could do a better job of laying these things out as far as if you're a person that wants to do the math and exactly where everything needs to be put. I don't. I just eyeball everything. But, you do you. So on this second row, we're going to start with the green one instead. I do want to put one down here to make sure. So I think like that. And then we're going to put the one with the flower in the center. I'm not worried about the pattern, the print, or make sure anything's lined up as far as if you were going to do wallpaper. I just simply put them on because it's all going to work out just fine. Like I said, and you could, I see that should probably go up a little bit. It looks like it's too far away at the top. But the glue will hold it down just a little bit. But until I press it down, it gives me a little bit of a leeway. And I can always come back later on if I want and do the, add some liquid glue or something underneath it if I'm worried about it staying down. So this is just a basic pattern of the 4x4 grid, not 4x4, 3x3 grid. Now, are those perfectly straight? No. Am I going to worry? No. Because is it more important that I get these perfectly straight, or is it more important that I share this memory with these babies? And you have to make your own decision. But in my opinion, sharing these memories with these babies, because none of us are promised tomorrow. None of us. So I'm going to put, I have several different ones I could use I could use a lot of different ones. Y'all, it would be okay. Actually, I think I like that color. And the other thing I try to make myself do too is I try to make myself make quick decisions. You know, I go with my gut instinct and I just do it. If you're a person who just, and I was that way for the longest time. I was that way when I first started scrapbooking, and I wanted everything to be perfect, and I was comparing myself to absolutely everybody. And then I got to thinking that my kids and grandbabies, they're not going to see the other lambs that I'm comparing them to. What they're going to see is the fact this is what grandma looked like when she was 18, and this is what grandpa looked like when he was 19, and the story of how we met, you know, that kind of thing. So it's not it's not as big of a deal as we make it. We need to quit criticizing ourselves and just understand that the story is what matters, not us comparing ourselves. Because we've had so many pictures in our family of we have no idea who they are. And you know what else I was thinking too? I have organized all my photos. And I'm going to go through it again, how I organized all my photos and everything. I organized my digital as well. And you know, it used to be that people were concerned about having boxes of photos laying everywhere. But now we have digital and people don't talk about it. But how often has someone passed and had a phone full of photos that one, we didn't know who they were, nobody looked at the phone, nobody got the pictures, nobody. You just kind of go and you don't even think about the fact that, oh my gosh, wait a minute, they had photos. Where's all these photos at? And you don't think about it until it's too late. You have no idea what happened to the phone. So I'm going to put this like this. Now, how am I going to embellish this? This is a stretch for me. But I have, when Joann's was going out of business, I bought these gold embellishments. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to use them. So today I'm going to force myself to use these embellishments and be proud of the way they turned out. So stick around. Let me see if I can get it done here. All right. So first of all, I'm going to start with a couple little hearts right here. By the way, when I do this is how I plan my lands. I just get a piece of wax paper, and I do use Reynolds wax paper. And the reason I do, I've tried the off-brand, the cheaper brands, and they don't pull, the stickers don't pull off of them as easily. So I do use Reynolds, but if you have another brand, it doesn't matter. And I put it down here. I cut a paper that's going to be big enough for my sheet, and I just start putting things down to see how I like it. So maybe that's something that'll help you. So the memory is going to go here. Oh, you know what? I do have this photo. This I think I'm going to. I thought about using because it does have a lot of the same colors, and it may make this stuff pop a little bit. I was thought about doing a sunflower, and then I thought, no, it's got plenty of sunflowers. And then I thought, well, just leave it out and see if you want to use it. And now I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to use it. This is another thing that's hard for me to use, these big flowers like this. So something I'm trying to make myself use more often. So I'm going to put that like that. And then I'm going to start my words here. And this is just going to say memory. These, I love gold. And when I got these, I thought I'd love them. But I've tried them on several different types of layouts. And I'm like, no, No. And then today I decided you're going to start using some of this stuff you bought, or you need to find somebody to get rid of it. Okay. So I do have these gold leaves that I thought I would put up here to bring a little gold up here. I bought them because they were like $1.25. And I thought, I like gold. And I liked what it said, them things it said. All right, so now this is separate. So I'm going to put the love on there first. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. It's sticking right there. I'm like, what happened to it? All right, so I'm going to put love here. And then I'm going to put you over here. Oh, it actually says love. I can't tell if it says love you or love you. I think it says love you. Yeah, that's what it says. And then I have this little leaf that I think I'm going to put here. And then I have these hearts that I thought I would line up and make kind of like a border on this side. I really do try to think outside the box. I don't worry about triangles. I don't worry about what somebody else likes or doesn't like. I just worry about what I like and what will bring the point to, so I quit criticizing myself a long time ago. They say when you get old, you get to where you don't, you get that your opinion matters more. And I really think that that's true. So I have a heart, but I'm going to take this. I'm going to see what else I can do. This is happy day. Oh, we have XOXO. Do we want to use that somewhere? And that may be enough. Maybe we don't. Maybe I don't need anything else. I'm not sure if I need that. We have the word sweet, but I think I can use it on something else. Cute. You know what? I think I'm going to put this down here. Somewhere. Oh, you know what? I think it's going to look good right here. There we go. And I think that could be my layout. I have another little set of leaves that I think I'm going to put there. Do I want to put anything else in here? Or is that going to be enough? I have another little heart. I might as well use it. Because 3 is my favorite number. I have another heart over here. We might as well use it. Use all these little hearts up anyway, right? And then have this little bitty heart. Where do I want to put? Maybe right there. Not sure I like this big one up here. I think I'm going to switch it. If you guys have embellishments that you're not using for some reason, just pull them out and use them. You liked them when you first bought them. There's a reason you liked them. Just pull them out and try them. So I think that's what's going to be my page. I could put sweet up there, but I don't think it needs it. I think that's it. I really believe that. So that's another layout done, 44 years in the making. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I've got a lot more layouts coming up. This is video number 2, and it's Friday today, so I will have another one. Let's do one Monday. I was going to do a room tour too. I will let you know in the chat, in the what is it called, the YouTube chat thing. It's either going to be Monday or Wednesday next week. We'll do one, and you know what? I'll make a decision. Monday. We'll do one on Monday, Wednesday, and then next Friday. So we had one this past Wednesday, this Friday, and then next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then all we'll have left to do is just one more, and I will do that the next week, where we do a reveal of all of the different pages that we've done. And so this is one using the 3x3s, and I think it turned out fabulous. And then this is the other one using 3x3s. Get those scraps out, guys. You have a lot of pictures, a lot of scraps. Let's get rid of both of them. Talk to you later. Leave a comment in the scraps. Leave a comment in the scraps. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.